Hey, Ashley. Hey, Michael. How are you guys? Looks like we're the only two in here at the moment. So, how's everyone doing? Yeah, that is true, Michael. I wish the rain would go away so you could cut my lumber. I have decided to hold off on getting any chicks this summer. It's just not working out. So, but I still want the lumber. I'll get the chicken coop built, and then we can I can proceed to get chicks next spring. Hey, our cabin in the woods. Thanks for joining. So, how are you tonight? I've seen you in other lives. I guess they're wrapping up. Yeah, unfortunately, there's another channel going live right at the same time I am. I forget the name of it, but there's just too many channels that a whole group of us follow. That there's not enough hours in the day for everyone to go live at the right times. So at their own special times. But so I picked this. I guess a few months ago this time, so I'm just gonna stick with it. Yeah, it is hard to share the love to everyone. Our cabin in the woods. Hey, Gillum Farms, how are you? It's 9 Acre Family Farms is going live right now. Hey, Rob at the Curmudgeon, I see you're having some guests this weekend. That's cool. Hey, Johnny at Gillum Farms, you see my hat? Oh, Michael, that's pretty good. Michael's at Not So Remote Alaska. He has a sawmill. He's cutting the lumber for my chicken coop, and he says he has a lot of it already done. So cool. That's pretty good. Hey, Josh at Sherman Family Farms. How are you tonight? Uh, let's see here. Yeah, Johnny at Gillum Farms. I like the hat. I wear it once in a while. It's classified as one of my good hats. So I only wear it when I know it's gonna stay clean. Hey, Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farms. How are you tonight? Everyone's been over at all the other lives and slowly trickling into this one. Hey, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. How are you? Let's see here. Yeah. Ashley saying hi to Rob in Not So Remote Alaska. Josh at Sherman Family Farms saying hi to Christine. Our cabin in the woods saying hi to Curmudgeon, Rob. Hey, DJ, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. Man, this weather we've been having is just ridiculous. It's not cold outside, but it's definitely not warm either. And it's just been raining so much. Like every day it rains. Most days it doesn't rain very hard or very much, but it's still rainy out. It's overcast. It's getting old pretty quick. Wish the weather pattern would change and we could get some nice sunny days. The mosquitoes are horrendous around here. You can't even go outside without getting attacked by mosquitoes. And if you're outside for a few minutes, it's almost unbearable. They're so bad out there. And I have one of those mosquito magnets, and it's been running for a solid week now. And the bag is filling up pretty good, but it's not even putting a dent in all these mosquitoes. Let's see here. Reading some of the comments. Everyone's just saying hi to each other. Yeah, Johnny, I think mosquitoes is the one mistake in God's creation, at least partially a mistake. Why do they have to suck people's blood? That's the only part I don't understand. If it wasn't for that, if they didn't bite you, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. But I don't know why they have to bite you. Hey, Bubba. Bubba from Back to Countries here. Thanks for stopping in. Yesterday I took my excavator, the beast, down to its doctor's appointment. It's getting its 50-hour physical done right now, so I thought I might get a phone call from them today saying it was done, but I didn't. So most likely I'll get the call tomorrow. I better get the call tomorrow, I hope. I've been holding off on doing a lot of stuff because I didn't want to go over the 50 hours. So it's in there now. So it's getting its physical done on it from the maintenance shop, and when it comes back, I'm putting it to work. Oh, Josh, if you don't know, Bubba is Jeff's twin brother. Yeah, Michael, only female mosquitoes suck your blood, but there's about 300 billion female mosquitoes to every male mosquito, I think, something like that. I'll see like a handful of male mosquitoes in a summertime, and I'll see hundreds of female mosquitoes every single day. Thanks, Rob, for posting Not So Remote Alaska's YouTube channel link. Yeah, I hear you. Jeff from Back to Country, he does all his own maintenance, but since this is a brand new machine, I want to stick with taking it back to the where I bought it from and have them do it at least the first few times. I mean, the first one's at 50 hours, the next one is at 500, so I'm not too worried about it. It'll take me a while to get to 500 hours. So if I have to do it once a year, pay for it to be done once a year, I'll do that for the first couple thousand hours anyways. And I'm still paying on it, so I financed it. So at least until I'm done paying on it, I want to make sure it's maintained properly and maintain that warranty and all that type of stuff. Yeah, DJ, I actually know why they suck your blood, but I don't see why they have to have blood. They should have been made to drink water and be able to reproduce or something. Hey, Matt AK, thanks for joining. Glad you could be here tonight. Hey, Mr. MT Homestead, how are you tonight? And I just watched your video. Somehow I don't think you said what you actually said on the video when you saw the raccoons out chasing your chicken. Well, Gillum Farms 500 hours is about 6 months, depending on how you use it. If you're using it all the time, then yeah. For me, it'll probably be next summer or the summer after. Yeah, Jeff, Back to Country. I agree. Yeah, if my stuff was old and paid for, then I'd do my own maintenance. Maybe not the first time. Get them to do it just to look it over and make sure everything's good. But yeah, normally I would do my own maintenance also. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Hey, Fishman506, how are you? I don't remember ever seeing you in here before. I'm assuming this is your first time in one of my lives. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me. And Rob from the Curmudgeon is going live tomorrow night, and he's going to have special guest Alaska Cut the Cord in his channel, in his live, I mean. So make sure you check him out. Matt AK is asking or saying, I was scoping out cheap travel trailers today in case we can't get the cabin roof fixed this year. Good thing Cooper Landing doesn't really get all that cold. That is true. It's it doesn't get very cold because of the water right by it. The water maintains some of the warmth. Yeah, Michael says he's had his tractor for about 4 years and only 271 hours on it. I plan on putting probably that many hours on my excavator this summer. I got a lot of work for it to do. I've just been holding off because I wanted to get it in to see the doctor and get its physical. Yeah, Jeff, back to country. It does cost a lot to take it in and have them do it. When you're looking at a couple $100 per hour for a mechanic to look at it, it does cost a lot. But as long as it's under warranty, I think I'll just suck it up and pay for that. And Rob's posting Back to Country's YouTube channel link. Make sure you check him out if you don't know him. And there's a Fishman 506 link also. Yeah, Johnny at Gillum Farms. It is low hours, but it's going to be going up real quick as soon as I get it back. I'm going to be out there doing stuff. I got a lot of wood to cut up. I got a lot of brush to burn. I got a driveway to fix, all kinds of things. Our cabin in the woods is saying, I have had my tractor for 3 years, put 630 hours on it. She is old and keeps on working. That's good to hear. And DJ's reminding everyone to hit that like button. It is free. Thanks, DJ. Matt AK says his place has a funky roof. No dormers, but it has 2 levels, sort of. The big issue is that around the main stove chimney, you can see the daylight, and the stove has now rusted out. Ooh, might want to get that fixed before you get moved in. Josh is looking for a cheap, and he means cheap tractor. If you go too cheap, it won't be working, unfortunately. And Gilm Farms, he put 4,000 hours on his tractor in 4 years. Well, don't forget up here, I won't be hardly using it all winter long. From probably somewhere in October through March or April. I won't even hardly ever use it, at least probably through end of April. So it's not going to get used very much except to move some snow when we get big dumps, and that it happens, but not on a regular basis. Let's see here. Rob said he did well working in Florida on the boats, the diesel boats. So he knows a thing or two about diesel motors. That's good, Josh, so you can fix it. The only problem is you want to make sure it's doesn't cost more than buying a newer tractor or a more expensive tractor to fix. Matt saying rest of the roof is in great shape. It isn't in great shape either. The whole thing really needs to be replaced. It's metal, but it doesn't look great. Oh, Johnny Gillum says his 4,000 hours on his tractor were put on just through the summers. You must have been out on it like all summer long. Rob's going out to shut off his generator for the guest cabin. If you guys haven't seen his channel, he lives out literally out in the middle of nowhere. He has to go to the train and do a train stop, the flag stop on the train. The last one in in North America, I believe, is the flag stop train that he gets on and rides it into Talkeetna, and then from there he's on the road system. Okay, yeah, Matt AK, that would be cool. He says he could slap the vlog together this weekend and maybe you could see it. He did a full tour of the cabin. That would be cool. Oh, Johnny Gillum, yeah, commercial brush hogging, that would do it every single day. That would put the hours on. That's for sure. Yeah, Matt AK. I would be open to working out some type of deal if it's not too far away. But I think your place is a little too far for me to travel. If it was more in this area, then I would seriously consider helping you out somehow. Yeah, yeah, it is like 4 hours away. I know it's pretty far. I wasn't sure exactly. Let's see here. Anyone got any questions for me? Wow, the chat's just stopped all of a sudden. Everyone must be taking a break. Hey, that's pretty cool, DJ. DJ grew up on a flag stop train. I never even heard of one until I came up here and heard about the Alaska flag stop train. Matt AK says he's eating a Chick-fil-A. And Johnny Gillum, it's nap time. I think it's sleep time, more like it. Nap time's in the afternoon. Yeah. You're doing better than I can do. I can't edit and be on a live at the same time. I can't even listen to another YouTube video and edit at the same time. I got to be focused on what I'm doing. Johnny Gillum says he's editing a video and on 2 lives at the moment. Our Cabin in the Woods is asking me what made me move up to Alaska. Well, I was living in New Jersey. I got laid off. I worked for Lockheed Martin, and I got laid off. And basically, I was just working a retail job to have some money coming in. And a friend of mine at the time, he was staying with me. He was working a oil refinery outage, and he'd do that all winter long and all spring long, and then and he'd work like 7 10 hour days, 7 12 hour days all winter long, and then he'd take the whole summer off and go somewhere and play. And when he was staying with me, he said he had bought some land up in Alaska and was coming up to Alaska for the summer just to have fun and play around and stuff. And I had always wanted to come up to Alaska. So he's like, if you want, you can tag along. So I decided to hang that for sale sign in the condo window and move up to Alaska. I figured I want to have another opportunity to actually come up with someone I knew. So I did it. I was up here for about a year. That was in 2007. I left in 2008. The whole way back to Pennsylvania, I was like, I'm making a big mistake. And right after I got back to Pennsylvania was the crash of 2008. Then it took about 3 years because of that crash for me to find another job up here, and then in 2011 I moved back up here, and I plan on being here for another uh, at least full time, being here for another 15 years or so, and then after that probably I'd like to be part time back in Pennsylvania and part time up here. So I hope that explains it. Let's see here. Going Farms is on an iPhone, an iPad, and an iMac all going. That's pretty good. Yeah, I hear you, Jeff, at Back to Country. He has a lot of editing to do, and it's not making any progress, procrastinating. I got like 4 folders of raw video that I need to make into videos, and I started doing one today, which Johnny Gillum, I'm gonna have your hat on in it, and I give you a shout out in it. So make sure you watch. Yeah, Rob saying the Flagstop train here in Alaska, it's his only way in and out. Other than that, he would have to either hire a helicopter or basically walk. Matt AK, when he was at the RV place this afternoon, the sales guy I talked to also drove buses like I did. We complained about tourists and nerded out over driving an AK for like 40 minutes. That's pretty cool. Ashley Anderson, she's pickling blackberries while listening. Ah, that's pretty cool. I never had pickled blackberries. I never even heard. Oh, man, I need glasses. That's for sure. She's picking blackberries while listening. Yum. That sounds delicious. It's been a while since I've had any good blackberries. Yeah, pick some for Josh at Sherman Family Farms. You can send him some blackberries and he'll send you a watermelon. Yeah. Matt AK said he saw some raw property that was listed for sale north of Willow on the Flagstop train. He would consider it, but he's too lazy to figure out how to get the equipment there to clear the land. You do it on the Flagstop train. That's the easy part. Jeff at Back to Country says he loves Alaska from breakup to freeze. Not so much the rest of the time. Actually, from the freeze to the breakup is the good time. You can go all over the state and there's no bugs. Okay, Rob saying the true Flagstop is north of Talkeetna. South of Talkeetna is only in the wintertime. And DJ, thanks. He's saying I made a great decision, so thank you. I'm pretty sure you mean by moving up here. Yeah, that would make Matt saying that would make the property even less desirable if it wasn't a year-round Flagstop south of Talkeetna. Josh at Sherman Family Farm says he has probably 15 videos to edit. Yeah, I think I have 4 or 5 to edit, something like that. And I actually got them out of order, so the one I'm editing right now is from a Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, thanks, Johnny. He said he watches my videos all the way through, and that's kind of important to watch them all the way through. That gets the watch hours up, and also the average view duration. If more people watch all the way through, YouTube will push the video out to more people. If you only watch a couple minutes or a few minutes, then YouTube doesn't push it as hard. Yeah, Rob at the Curmudgeon's asking Matt AK to send him the link of the property. Uh, let's see here. Yeah, Rob said he has walked it before. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Johnny Gillum, you're not supposed to be cutting down blackberry bushes. He's saying all the stuff he was brush hogging in his last video was blackberry bushes. They're supposed to save them and pick all the blackberries. And make have Christine make some blackberry pie for you. The small ones that you can take with you, and the big ones you can have for dessert and stuff like that. Jeff at Back to Country says all the blackberries were ripe in early May in his area. They're all gone now. They haven't even started to flower, I don't think, yet up here. Let's see here. Matt AK told Rob he just emailed him the link, so that's cool. Josh at Sherman Family Farms, how much does land cost for up here? Looks like Matt said he got 25 acres for 23,000. That's a amazing deal now up here. Here in Willow, on the road system, property is selling for approximately 20 grand an acre. So that's, and then you get off the road system, it'll be cheaper than that. And if it's like all swampy land, it can be even cheaper, stuff like that. If it's good high dry ground with a view of Denali and stuff, people can be asking 30 or 40,000 an acre. And hey, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse, Rob at the Curmudgeon, that property that Matt AK was talking about just north of Willow. It's also in a 100-year flood zone. I think I remember saying that one. I keep track of all the properties for sale in the area. Gillum Farms, not in Oklahoma, Bill. Blackberries in a cattle pasture are a bad juju. Uh-oh. I guess you got to mow them down then. Yeah, Matt AK, I'm pretty sure I remember the property you were looking at, and most of it is in the 100-year flood zone, and about half of it is swamp. So there was only like one corner of the property that was any good out of all the out of all the land that was being sold. Yeah, DJ, I agree. A little blackberry wine, that would be tasty. Oh, okay, Matt. Sorry. He said the 23,000 for the 28 or the $23,000 for the 25 acres was for that piece of worthless land. Yeah, it pretty much is worthless. Yeah, Matt AK. Yep, 25 to 30K per acre is more what he's been seeing. It varies a little bit on area to area, so it kind of depends on where you're at. Most of the land up here I've been seeing is uh, 15 to 20 grand, but that's usually for about a half acre to an acre of land. So, Well, Rob said one property kind of up near where he's at has one cabin with 2 bedrooms on 5 acres, and it's up for sale for 60 grand right now. That's a lot for out there. Yeah, Matt. Uh, you can get a lot of good property on the road system and still be very remote. You can be off grid on the road system even up here, so you can be as connected or disconnected as you want. I know a lot of people on the road system that uh, doesn't have electric, doesn't have running water, all that type of stuff. There's some subdivisions in this general area that doesn't even have any electric running to them. Okay, yeah. Matt AK, he means the Cooper Landing cabin is only a quarter mile from the Princess Lodge, but still only has electricity. That's right. Yep. And everyone say goodbye to Rob. He has to run. He has to catch the train to town for for a few last minute supplies before he meets up with Alaska Cut the Cord to come up tomorrow. Thanks for moderating, Rob. Okay, thanks for joining our cabin in the woods. He has to go and mess with the pigs for a little while, so thank you for joining. Have a good night. And Michael at Not So Remote Alaska says he's semi off grid. He has power, but that's it. Yeah, he has you don't have any running water in your cabins. That's isn't that right, Michael? Let's see here. What time it is? It's 5:33. I think I'm gonna end this one at an hour tonight. I'm a little tired. Yeah, Michael at Not So Remote Alaska. He's in a dry cabin, so he has no running water in it. Just a little bit of electricity. That's all. I'm technically in a dry cabin right now, also, even though I got a septic system hooked into it. Because I don't have any running water here to the cabin yet. I need to get my butt in gear and get this place plumbed out for it. The plumbing's in the floor. I need to pressure test it, and then I need to get uh, the pipes all hooked up, and then all the plumbing inside the cabin hooked up. Yeah, Matt AK saying showers at Wild Man's in Cooper Landing are $6. I think I'll be taking like one per week. Yeah, I go to the laundromat where I go. It's $6.40 since I have a military discount, and yeah, I go about twice a week right now to take showers. It's not too bad. I mean, I work sitting at my computer here, so it's not like I'm out getting all sweaty all day long and stuff. Not so remote Alaska says he says he has running water. He has to run to town and get it. Little joke on his part. Yeah, man, I'm so anxious to get my excavator back, get the beast back, and get working this weekend. I'm going to put her to work. Yeah, Matt AK says, yeah, me too. Guess if I get too stinky working on the cabin, I'll have to go more often. I'll have to ask for a raise. Yep. And it's not too bad in the wintertime because you're not out working up a sweat, even if you were outside doing stuff, because it's just too cold. And one of the first things I need to do with this cabin is get the water hooked up and running, at least for the shower, and then I can work on all the other stuff after that. But I just need to get my butt in gear and get doing it. I keep putting it off because I'm somewhat comfortable now, but it's getting old. Oh yeah, we have we're putting together a YouTube meetup here in Alaska on August 12th, and we have 9 channels that's confirmed. Alaska Cut the Cord, Alaskan Jack of All Trades, myself, the Curmudgeon, Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading Alaska, Life in Alaska, Nordland 49, Raised in Alaska, and the Gnomestead, Alaska Off Grid have all confirmed. And we only have, out of 80 channels, we have 2 that have declined because they have prior commitments. And we have 2 more that are maybes. So it's looking good. If you want more information, hit me up. My email's on my about page, so just send me an email and I can send you the information. Yeah, Michael, you can definitely shower on less than 2 gallons of water. I've done it many times. Yeah, I do that sometimes up at my remote cabin. I have a little shower system, a little battery operated uh, shower nozzle that the hose goes into a 5-gallon bucket and it has an on and off switch. And I've done that up at my remote cabin once in a while. Hose goes into a 5-gallon bucket and it has an on and off switch. And I've done that up at my remote cabin once in a while. I need to get my butt in gear and get my shower set up here at the cabin, and then I can get water running. That's good, DJ. Are you saying he says summer job in the works? Is that for you or for me getting the stuff done here? Matt AK says we call those motorhome showers since our old motorhome growing up only had a 5-gallon water heater. Would be the person that didn't leave mom any hot water. Wouldn't want to be the person that didn't leave mom any hot water. Yeah, I could see where that could be an issue. Let's see here. What else is going on? I think everything pretty much revolves around me getting a beast back from the doctors. The driveway, cleanup, burning the brush pile. Oh, that's okay, right. Yeah, I got a lot of summer jobs in the works here. Definitely. So let's see here. What else is going on? Yesterday, when I took my excavator down to the uh, uh, business to get it to drop it off, it was the first time I actually hauled it, and my 2000 F350 pulled it just good, just fine, and the trailer worked out great. I It was the first time I ever loaded an excavator onto it or off of it, and it was a little scary unloading it because it'd back up and then it dropped down like that real quick onto the ramp. So that was a little nerve wracking, but I was prepared for it and it wasn't too bad. Yeah, Matt AK says summer's half over, going fast. It sure is. Matt AK is asking what motor is in my F350. It's a 7.3 motor. It's the good one. I need to let's see here, get the oil changed in it. I've only put about 1,000 miles on it since I bought it, and the guy said he had just changed the oil, but I need to do it anyways. Yeah, Michael, some people do think that way. He says, in his opinion, as of yesterday, summer ended. Now we're on the downhill slide into winter. But then again, a lot of the time, summer is just starting because now we got rest of June, all of July, and all of August, and then in September is when it starts to change over from being nice and warm to cold. So September usually starts off as summertime up here, and then uh, by the end of September, it's in the fall temperatures and even maybe winter temperatures. Yeah, Matt AK, I have a Tundra also. I have a Tundra with a big engine in it, and I'd like to get an old 70s Ford. That would be awesome. Okay, Johnny, thanks for coming back. How's the chickens? You had to go and check all the chickens. Did you get a bunch new ones? I saw you were putting in a new coop. I still don't have a coop yet because someone hasn't finished cutting my lumber for my coop yet. Wonder who that could be. Not so remote, Alaska. Yeah, Matt. AK. Mine's a. What is mine? Mine's a 2013. I bought it when the 14s were out, so I bought it in the fall of 13. It has the 5.7. Yeah, last year, Michael was saying last year was terrible. It rained from July, August, and September, and then it started snowing. Hopefully, it changes this summer and is nice in the second half of the summer because not that good this start of this summer. Gillum Farms is saying, Matt AK, I have a 3/4 ton Ram and a 1 ton Ram. Great trucks. Yeah, when I was looking for my F350, I was looking for either an F350 dually diesel or the equivalent in the Ram. The what is it, a 3500 Ram dually? And I would have taken a like a F450 or a 4500 even. Either one. That's not good, Matt. Matt says unfortunately he has a family that would hunt him down if he ever purchased a Ram truck. Yeah, that would pull the dozer. Yeah, Michael's at Not So Remote Alaska is saying he wakes up every morning praying for sun because as much as I want my lumber, he also wants to get out there on the mill and make some sawdust, make some man glitter. Yeah, I know, I know. No, I'm just getting on your case a little bit. Oh, I got my camper fixed today. I was able to the my camper has um, a hot water tank that runs off of electricity or propane, either one, and the propane wasn't working. So I went on YouTube of all things and watched a couple videos, and they said most likely what it is the sparker has corroded up. So I pulled out this sparker and it was pretty well corroded up. So I sanded it the best I could, put it back together, and it still wasn't sparking. So my neighbor came over and he called a buddy of his that knows a lot about campers, and he said the little control module probably has gone out on it. And so for $16, I bought another sparker to test it out, a brand new one, and it still didn't spark with the brand new one. So I know it was a control module. So 2 days ago, I went down and I got a new control module. Excuse me, at one of the local RV places in the valley, and I tested it out today, and it sparked right up with the new sparker. So I took out the old one and put the new one in, and now I got a little bit left to do on the inside, and then it's going up for sale. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm still paying on the camper. I financed it because I was actually hoping to sell it last fall, but it got too cold and I didn't have time to get it cleaned up and get the hot water tank fixed and stuff like that. So I decided just to wait till this spring summer. So now it's about ready to get put up on the market. If anyone's interested, let me know. Matt AK said he ran into an old local guy at the Cooper Landing transfer station. He told me if I'm a praying man, I'd better pray for her son. OFC on Saturday when I left, it was the nicest day of the week. Yes, last weekend was pretty nice. And Johnny Gilm saying YouTube is great. Yeah, it is. It's great for learning how to do things. Just about everything's on there. Yeah, never finance unless it's a house or land. Or never finance unless it's a house or a land. Or I heard you can finance vehicles if you can pay them off in under like 3 years. If it takes longer to pay it off than 3 years, then you can't afford the vehicle. But yeah, I know Johnny's getting at with tax write-offs and stuff like that. Which I'm kind of curious. There's a few channels in here. Do you guys have a company set up for your YouTube channel? I I finally set up a sole proprietor yeah, a sole proprietorship for my YouTube channel. So now this this next tax season, I can write off all kinds of stuff from the YouTube channel. I'm gonna definitely write off all my cameras, all part of my internet. My trip down to Oklahoma for the 10 Killer YouTube meetup. All these cameras and stuff I have, I can write them off. The hats I bought, I can write them off since I'm giving them away. You don't, Johnny Gillum, you don't have to be monetized to set it up. Set it up and you can start writing stuff off for this year. And you're allowed to lose money for two or 3 years on a business on your taxes. So, because I said the same thing at the YouTube meetup, and people like Tim from Ridge Life and Come On Homesteading and a couple other ones was like, no, set it up right now. You can start writing stuff off. You don't have to be monetized. Yeah. Yeah, Michael, you don't have to make money to have a write off. And I did a sole proprietorship because I am working full time, and then I can just write all the stuff off of the taxes I make, or the income I make off my working full time. So I think if I ever get to the point where I do YouTube full time, then I'll probably change it to a LLC or something like that. And Johnny Gillum says he writes everything off due to his dozer work and farm anyway. So, well, Jeff at Back to Country says you got to make money to lose. Well, if you're just starting out, you're going to be going negative before you make any money. Yeah, Johnny Gillum, I wasn't thinking about the farm and stuff. So, yeah, you're already a business. Well, Michael, we need to talk. He says he doesn't know anything about all that stuff, meaning the tax write offs and stuff. We need to talk sometime. I've been learning, I've been getting a crash course. So, hey, Jeff, if you pay any taxes, you need to try to get some tax write offs so you don't pay any taxes then. That's my ultimate goal, is to have enough stuff that I don't have to pay any taxes. It's about 5 more minutes before the top of the hour, so I'm gonna take off. I think tonight I'm a little bit on the tired side, so. Yeah, Matt AK. He's right. Step 1, moving to Alaska to avoid income tax. Instant 5% raise. There's a few states. Alaska is one of them that doesn't have an income tax. I think if I'm not mistaken, Tennessee doesn't have an income tax, and 1 or 2 other states don't either. Right, Johnny? That's a big tax write-off, writing off your drag racing. Yeah, Texas, Wyoming, and Florida are a few that come to mind. And South Dakota doesn't have an income tax either. Eh, sorry, Josh. Josh at Sherman Family Farm says Oklahoma does. Okay, DJ, have a good night. Thanks for joining. And I'm going to be off of here in a few minutes also. In about 5 minutes now. But yeah, I plan on keeping my residency up here in Alaska, even when I am part time back in Pennsylvania, just because of the income tax. Hey, good times homestead with Jan and Steve. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it short tonight. Usually I'll go an hour and a half or 2 hours, but tonight I think I'm gonna cut it off at an hour. Yep, Oklahoma has an income tax, unfortunately. Yeah, Josh at Sherman Family Farms is saying Jen from Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Or Jen is a awesome lady, y'all. So, hey, raised in Alaska. I'm way late today. Sorry, no problem. You caught the last. You caught the ending. If you guys haven't checked out Raised in Alaska's channel, he does a lot of outdoor stuff like hunting and tracking moose and a lot of that type of stuff, fishing and different things like that. So definitely check out Raised in Alaska. And Matt AK says Alaska, Florida, Nevada, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming are the 9 states with no income tax. Yeah, Johnny, I'll get it. It's either going to be the next one or the one after that. I have one uploaded already. I'm thinking about pushing it out if I can get this one uh, completed and uploaded in the very near future. So it'll be one of the next two. I'll have your hat on. Good Times Homestead is saying hi to everybody. Off grid homesteading, McGarvey style. Make sure you check out his channel also. He's a pretty he's living in Northern California up in the mountains, and he has a pretty nice little homestead. He's made it look beautiful. How are you, Ron, tonight? Well, thank you, Johnny. Doesn't matter which one, they're all good. Thank you. You're welcome, Ron, at Off Grid Homesteading, McGarvey style. Uh, okay, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It says we still have 12 people here and 16 thumbs up. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, could you please do that before the end of the night? Hey, Janet Zolik, how are you? Unfortunately, you're an hour late and I'm wrapping it up right now. Janet's one of my friends that used to live up here in Arizona, up here in Alaska, and now she lives down in Arizona. So, well, Janet, every Thursday night at 5 o'clock Alaska time, I go live. So you'll have to uh, set your calendar for next week. So, have a good night, Ron, at Off Grid Homesteading McGarvey style. Good night, Josh at Sherman Family Farms. Good night, Janet. Good night, Jenna at Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good night, Johnny at Gillum Farms. Good night, Bubba at Back to Country. Good night, Ray at Raised in Alaska. Good night, Michael at Not So Remote Alaska. Good night, Matt from Matt AK. Did I miss anyone? I think that's everyone that's been commenting recently. If anyone's else out there, thank you for joining in. Thank you for listening in the background. And I'm going to go ahead and end it. So thanks, everyone, and have a good night. And next week at same time, same place. Hey, good night, AFJ the third.